Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And man, they are spilling the tea. There has been a second breach on the T app. Now, for those of you who don't know what the T app is, it is a stalking app basically for women to narc on men anonymously. They thought, well, a lot of data got breached the other day, and now there is a second data breach that users are talking about abortions and cheating in the DMs.
Yeah, apparently they leaked a bunch of DMs and messages again. So other people were commenting on other articles about it that it was basically not in a protected area anyway. Like anybody could have gone into it so easily. For people that were like, oh, we're keeping you anonymous, we're protecting your data, we're protecting you and letting you have a free space to speak in. The way that people talk, I can't speak to that because I'm not an expert on this, is that it wasn't being stored in a very secure place to begin with.
Yeah, and here's how they marketed it to women. So there is a lawsuit incoming, by the way, but I'm sure there are going to be a lot more. The safest space to spill tea. No screenshots, completely anonymous, and verified women.
Well, there obviously is screenshot. Well, they obviously have pictures of women because you can't take screenshots supposedly.
Of the app, you can't take a screen.
Right.
I'm like, you mean you can't take another phone and take a picture
of
the screen with another phone?
You can still take screenshots, but they make you like to verify you're a woman, which right there is problematic. Because what if you're like a woman who looks kind of manly? Are you not allowed to be verified? What if you're a dude that looks very feminine? Are you allowed to be verified? So that's a real question there. But they have to verify you're a woman by taking a screenshot or looking at your ID.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's so many things with this that red flags to me. It's ridiculous.
It almost feels like somebody did this to intentionally ensnare a bunch of women into spilling a bunch of dirt on guys, and then to, you know what I'm saying? Like this feels.
I don't think so.
I don't think that was the case, but it feels like if you were going to do that, this is flypaper. Hey, women, come over here and you can talk shit anonymously about dudes, and there's no way you will ever get caught, and you can say whatever you want. And nobody can find out who you are.
The thing that gets me about this is, again, I said this before, if it was women and it was dudes, it would never have been allowed to fly. And that's just it. It's like if you can replace the people that are the ones talking and spilling the tea with any other, demographic, and it sounds like you're a terrible person, then you're a terrible, so it's a terrible app. And that's what happened. So apparently it got leaked, things got leaked once, and that included in IDs and screenshots of people's, like their faces and stuff, like their selfies. And now there's more like DMs and stuff have been leaked in a second breach.
Yeah.
And they took it. It's so bad they took it down. They took the app down.
So let's talk about this. I don't even know the details of this. We're going to spill the tea on the tea being spilled. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. You'll get woohoo if you do.
Sorry. Woohoo. I'm sorry. I have to laugh because is this like the current year Boston Tea Party?
Yeah, maybe the Boston Tea Party.
The men are pushing the tea off the boat.
They're talking about your cousin from Boston. So 404 Media had it, and they're the ones who broke the initial story. They said a second tea breach reveals users' DMs about abortions and cheating. A second major security issue with women's dating safety app, Tea, has exposed much more user data than the first breach they reported on, with an independent security researcher now finding it was possible for hackers to access messages between users discussing abortions, cheating partners, and phone numbers they sent to one another. Again.
Oh, great. So now the phone numbers are out there.
Guys, gals, just assume your DMs will be read by somebody that you didn't intend for them to be read by, right? Just assume that somebody could be looking over somebody else's shoulder. Just assume somebody could get a hold of the phone.
With their phone. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody could, be like, just assume that somebody else is going to look at them, and don't put anything in a DM that you don't want somebody else to find out about, or that would incriminate you, or that would get somebody else in trouble.
Or that has your phone number.
Right, because once it goes there, for all you know, you're DMing somebody and there's like 10 people sitting around a computer screen reading every damn thing that comes through. You don't know who's reading what.
I mean, when you're doing a direct message, though, you think it's private because you're just sending it to that one person, but that's what got leaked the second time was DMs.
Yeah. Oh my God. Despite T's initial statement that the incident involved a legacy data storage system containing information from 2 years ago, the second issue impacting a separate database is much more recent, affecting messages up to last week.
Dang.
According to the researchers finding that 404 Media verified, the researchers said they also found the ability to send a push notification to to all T users. It's hard to overstate how sensitive this data is and how it could put T's users at risk if it fell into the wrong hands.
I'm sorry. I know it's mean because I don't want to see people getting, but I'm also kind of like womp womp because it's like you shouldn't have been on there talking shit in the first place. This is like you said, this is like catnip to bitchy women, you know?
Well, that's just it. I mean, look, I understand. I want to restate. I understand what the original intention probably was. It probably was to keep women safe from predators and con artists and cheaters.
People like
and
ghost and everything else. Yeah. Like
right.
Get someone ghost you and all that shit. Yeah.
I get that. They wanted to kind of codify and basically monetize these Facebook groups or whatever. But that being said, you're playing with fire because it's the same thing that happens with, like the farms or anything that maybe started out for one purpose and then it morphed into something else. When you're like, hey, you can post anonymously and nobody can track it back to you, you're going to attract all kinds of weirdos, and that's going to be catnip to them. Again, you've got women that are like, well, I'm going to go to this app because I've got an axe to grind with this guy. Oh, I want to destroy my boss's life. Yeah, I'm going to cause trouble.
You're going to have some people that are like totally, good intentions and aren't going to be like that. But then you're going to have a lot of people who are nefarious, especially if it's anonymous. And you see this with any social media app. And I'm sorry, again, if you would change this around and be like it was men posting pictures, rating women, putting their locations, you'd be like, oh my God, that's so unsafe. That's such an invasion of privacy. But that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like, I don't want to see anybody get harmed in this, but at the same time, it's like you guys were putting stuff around people that could have harmed dudes and that you were fine with it. And that wasn't an invasion of privacy, but this is what you're claiming.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
you didn't see a problem with it when it was men. That's
the double standard, right? That's just it. Because if guys had an app like this, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Because they're already having a fit about, 4chan and, all these message boards and stuff like that. They're like, it's a bunch of dudes posting anonymously and we need to find out who they are. And I'm like, okay, well, here we go.
Well, they took it offline completely, I think, because it kept having the breaches. So we had 2 breaches.
DMs off, yeah.
They took it, DMs. I thought they said they took the app offline. Is the app offline or just
I think just the DMs.
Okay, because I read that they took it offline, and I don't know if they didn't specify it was DMs or the app.
Yeah, it just keeps T-app takes
messaging system offline. Yeah. Yes, so you can't message,
shut it down. Just shut it down. At this point, you need to shut it down because every day that this app is available, you're racking up potential lawsuits because there's already a class action lawsuit brewing from the women who thought that they were anonymous. Their driver's licenses, personal photos, all the shit's already out there. Their names are out there. Now, Susie had an abortion, and here's the number of Susie's gynecologists that did the abortion, and Susie's husband didn't know. Yeah, there's all kinds. I mean, they're
DMs they were sharing their phone numbers, like, "Hey, call me." They're talking.
Well,
okay.
They said it was abortions and cheating, so they're probably talking smack to the other. Oh yeah, I'm cheating on my husband. Oh, I had an abortion. My boyfriend didn't know. All the shit that was supposed to stay private, they thought they were safe on this app because look, of course the app is safe. The graphic says the app is safe. So of course it's safe.
When it got to the place on mine where it wanted more information that I wanted to give or my picture, because I was for those who just didn't watch any other videos, on the first one we did, I was on the app trying to see what it was and was reporting live on the video like what it was asking me. And when it got to the place where it was starting to ask me stuff I didn't feel comfortable with, and it wanted my photo, I was like, no, I'm out.
Yeah,
because I even said, well, I don't know if this could get leaked. People could assume that I was part of this when I wasn't, and I don't want to be, tied to it. So I stopped, and then right after, like a couple days after, this whole happened.
They said when signing up, T encourages users to choose an anonymous screen name, but it was trivial for 404 Media to find the real world identities of some users given their nature of the messages, which T has led them to believe were private. Users could be easily found via their social media handles, phone numbers, and real names that they shared in these chats. These conversations also frequently make damning accusations against people who are also named in the private messages, and in some cases who are also easy to identify.
Damn.
It's unclear who else may have discovered the security issue and downloaded any data. Members of 4chan found the first exposed database last week and made tens of thousands of images of T users available for download. T told 404 it contacted law enforcement. Well, they're going to say, hey, you're the dumbasses who...
Wait. T contacted law enforcement because people took screenshots of what and had identifying information of these women when they were talking shit. So they called law enforcement because of a data breach. But who called law enforcement on the T for allowing women to post information about guys that would be considered stuff you shouldn't be posting? Why weren't the authorities called for that? Like they're posting, this person's name, his location, all that stuff, more private information about him. That's not flagged for law enforcement. Yes, please call the law enforcement, T. I think they need to look into this really good. I think there's going to turn out to be lawsuits on both sides.
So there's a researcher who flagged the issue to 44 Media. They sent a database of more than 1.1 million messages. They said stretched from early 2023 to just last week. Some of the private messages viewed by, these are just the ones of the 1.1 million messages. Some of the ones viewed by 404 Media include one user telling another they just discovered their husband on the app being discussed. I'm his wife, many of the messages say. Another appears to show a woman contacting others about a man she's engaged to. Multiple messages, which appear to show women discussing their abortions. Chat logs between women discovering they're dating the same man, exchanging information such as what car he drives for verification. Well, that's kind of the purpose of this thing.
I mean, that one is, that's what it's meant for there. But they're giving us like driver's license, or not driver's license, it's license plate number and all that. That's a little.
Wow. To verify the data, 404 Media took usernames from the dump of messages and tried to create accounts on T with them. This was not possible because the usernames were already in use. So yeah, if they were fake names, they'd be able to create an account, but because they couldn't, they have 1.6 million users. It reached the top of the App Store charts last week and has tens of thousands of reviews.
Well, that's just it. It's because no one knew it existed. A lot of guys weren't aware of it for sure. As a woman, I wasn't aware of it. And then after, the media started running with it and it became like, high up on the App Store, people were like, what's this? And then you put a target on yourself right there.
God, this is insane. Yeah, the app aims to provide a safe space for women to exchange information. Nope, I guess not. Wow.
I mean, what's that feel like? So your information's out there, your photos are out there, your location's out there, your phone number might be out there, all this other stuff. What's that feel like? Oh, it sucks, right?
What is this? T users. Okay, so it's taking on a life of its own. T users are asked to verify they're women by uploading a selfie, and those images, including images of their real IDs, have been turned into a face mash type site where users are presented with two T selfies and asked to pick which one is more attractive.
Oh no!
Are you serious? Oh, okay, like Facebook was originally. Okay, I get it.
Or like, am I hot or not type situation.
The site includes a public ranking of the top and bottom 50.
Oh, no.
Some of those photos have been ranked tens of thousands of times according. Oh my God, how many people are looking at this?
That's too far. But I get it.
They're done.
But you know what though? You know what? To be fair, you know what? They would have done the same thing to dudes.
Well, they basically are
doing the same thing.
They basically are. Isn't that the purpose? Isn't that the purpose of the app?
Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to keep women safe. But I guarantee you, if there's a guy on there, his picture's on there, his profile's on there, they're going to talk about his looks. They're going to talk about his personality. They're going to talk about how he is in bed.
Yeah, they're going to talk about the size of his personality.
Yeah, they're going to talk about his height. Is he over 6 foot tall? Does he make six figures? That all that shit. That's all going to come out. And that's okay. And the thing is, he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know he's being ranked and inspected by women because he's not allowed on the app. He probably doesn't even know the app exists. I didn't know the app existed until last week.
Most people didn't, I don't think.
I don't know.
Except for 1.6 million people.
Except for 1.6 million women. Yeah. So TechCrunch here. T-App disables DMs after second data breach exposes over 1 million private messages. God, there's going to be some really damning stuff in there. It's going to be, I guarantee you, it's going to be a hell of a lot worse than, oh, I had an abortion in college. It's going to be like, yeah, I aborted my last boyfriend and he's buried in the woods somewhere. Tee-hee-hee-hee.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Yeah, they said, let's see, seemingly in response to the 404 media report, T announced on Instagram, it has temporarily disabled its direct messaging feature. The company stated that out of an abundance of caution, we have taken the affected system offline like a precaution following the second security, likely a precaution following the second security incident. Just shut the fucking thing down. At this point, just shut it down.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, they might need all the money they can get to pay for the lawsuits.
Yeah, there's a lawsuit incoming. There's a class action suit brewing. We talked about that the other day. And I guarantee you, if there's personal information that could get somebody fired or something, destroy their lives in those DMs, you're going to have some of the men retaliate with a lawsuit of their own. And they're going to be like, we did not consent to be on this app, to be graded, to have our personal information discussed like this, even though people do it every day on Facebook and Twitter, and you know what I'm saying? But they basically just codified it. Like, the entire purpose of this app is to talk shit about men. So,
well, I just felt bad about that woman that was married to, I mean, I would love to know what she was seeing, but anyway. I'd be like, what? Anyway, I know I wouldn't have to worry about that. I know that.
No.
So, are we going to wrap this
I'm
up?
not allowed to leave the house.
Well, you kept talking about, you're allowed to put clothes on. Anyway, are we going to wrap this up?
Yeah. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
For more pop culture news, views, and rants, go to news.clownfishtv.com. That's news.clownfishtv.com.